Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome back to RuneScape for Dummies. So for the first time today on the series, we're going to be revisiting a boss that we've already gone through before, and that today is Hespori. So Hespori is a farming based boss that you need 65 farming to kill. She's based in the farming guild, in the mid-level section. To get there, you can use two methods. You can either use the CIR fairy ring sorry, I'm just looking at my notebook. You can either use the CIR fairy ring teleport, which will drop you just out here, and then you run around to the farming guild, or you can use the skills necklace. I don't have a skills necklace, so I normally just use the farming ring, fairy ring. You need, like I said, you need 65 farming to get there, and to get the seeds that you're going to be using, because you need a special seed to plant Hespori. I will be showing you where to plant it as well. You can get the Hespori seed, from either seed packs, or from checking healths of trees or bushes, or from the last harvest of herbs, hops, allotments, flowers, cacti, and seaweed. When you kill Hespori, you get 12,600 XP as well, so it's a nice little XP drop in a skill that's pretty slow to train. So that's not too shabby, Alonzo. And the seed takes 22 to 32 hours to grow as well. So once you plant it, you're going to have to be waiting for a little bit to go and attack her. Another thing that you will need is 60% Hespori's Favour, but you need that to get into the guild anyway, so you should have that by now if you haven't done so already. I mean, if not, why are you looking at this guide, bruv? Go and do your Hespori's Favour. It's easy. Go on, off you go. But anyway, so in comparison to the guide that I'd made last time, that was more of a low tier guide. We're using proselyte and a dragon scimitar, which, you know, really accessible stuff if you're a low level player. Maybe a rune scimitar more than a dragon one. But anyway, this time round, we're going to be using a budget mid-level setup. So I've got a Nezzy helm, I've got a fire cape, and I mean, the Nezzy helm could be any tank helm, really. So you could use, say, a Torag's helm. That's my alternate one that I normally use. An Amulet of Glory. I've got an Honourable Blessing. If you haven't got a Blessing, don't worry. It's just something to fill up the slot. It gives you a little bit of prayer bonus. You're not going to need that much prayer, but it's nice to have in it. I'm using an Abyssal Whip, whatever your best in slot weapon is. I'm using a Darrock's Plate Body and Verax Plate Skirt. With this, whatever your tanky mid-level armour is, so any real assortment of Barrows items that you can think of, are Torags and Darrocks and Verax. I'm also going to be using a Dragon Defender, my best in slot gloves, which are Barrows gloves, best in slot boots, which are Dragon boots, and I've got a Berserker ring imbued. In my last guide, I used a Warrior's ring, and you could use just a normal Berserker's ring if you don't have it imbued as well. But again, whatever your best in slot is, no sweat if you don't have a Berserker's ring. If you are interested in DKs, I have made a DKs guide as well in going to kill Dagonoth Rex. So go and check that out if you're interested in getting yourself some rings on your fingers. You know what I mean? Sorry. Unlike last time, I'm going to be using the quick range method this time. So don't worry, if you don't know what that is, I'm going to be showing you in a kill clip. So the quick range method is used in things like knives and darts. In this case, I'm using mithril darts. They could be any level, because it doesn't matter what level, what tier of dart or knife, or you could even use a crossbow. If you don't have a blessing, you could put some bolts in your ammo slot and use a crossbow. You could use a short bow, like a magic short bow, but the only problem is you need to leave an inventory slot for your offhand to go into. So just keep that in mind if you are going to be using like a magic short bow. So the quick range method is Hespori has 4 little spawners that come up during each quarter part of her life, bar the last bit. So when she hits 75%, 50%, 25%, she spawns these little seed pod things that you can't hit her unless you kill them. So with a quick range method, you would flick to your dart, for example, and then you quickly run round and one tap each of the different seed pods. So they only have 1 HP. You hit every time. You've just got to, quickly kill them, and then you can get back to slapping Hespori. So it's not too bad. You'll see it in the kill clip. It really isn't anything to worry about. The rest of the inventory, I've got a prayer pot. You're not going to need really any more than one. You're not going to be in there that long. I've got a super anti-poison. You could use a normal poison if you don't have super antis, especially if you're an Ironman. She poisons you, and you need to counter that. So any poison reducing pot you know. The only thing you really need in there is a spade, because once you kill her, you need to dig her up, and then that's how you get your fat XP drop. The rest of it I've just filled with sharks. I used 4 on the kill we're going to be doing, but that's because I purposely took the big hit that Hespori does, which is where she binds you, and if you don't click away, she'll do a special attack on you. So I think that's a good segue to go on to her stats and her combat style. So the max hit on a standard attack is 16, and the max hit on a special is 40 plus. So you really want to avoid, you know, getting hit by that if you are on the lower side of HP. So essentially, she'll bind you. Like, you'll see like a vine wrap around you, and then you just click away. You click away, and then you're fine. As well, that's one of her other attacks. So she does poison you, like I said. So you need something to combat that. And her attack style is range and magic. I'm not going to be bothering with the range prayer in this. I'm just going to pray magic the whole time, and you're more worried about the seed pods and clicking away from her special attack and that. So don't worry about the range. You can tank it. That's why you got tank gear on. You know what I mean? She has 300 XP. 300 hit points, 1 attack, 1 strength, 120 defense, 126 magic, and 150 range. So there's no point using magic against her, because you're going to fucking like a wet noodle, a wet pool noodle. Because she has an aggressive stat of 150 magic and 150 range as well, so there's no point using range on her. Her defensive stats, she's weak to stab and crush. Oh no, sorry, she's strong again. She's she's weak to slash weapons, with only plus 20 in the defensive on that, and she has plus 60 and plus in stab and crush, and then plus 80 in magic and range. So you really want to be using a slash weapon. We are using a slash with the whip, so you could use a scimitar, like a dragon scimitar, like in the last guide, and yeah. Pretty much that's all she wrote on that bit. Anyway, she's immune to poison and immune to venom as well, so that's one thing you need to keep into consideration if you are going to take a spec weapon, because last time I took a Dragon Dagger plus, or Dragon Dagger plus, whatever it was. I didn't actually use it in the kill, but it's a nice thing to have just in case you want to get some extra DPS. But the poison doesn't do anything, so that's just one thing to keep in mind. Okay, so Hespori doesn't need any compost or watering or anything, and it won't die. The only time it will die is when you fight the demi-boss and then kill it. That's it. So I'm just going to rate the patch and then plant the Hespori seed. Oh, what helps is I don't have a bloody rake. Oh, hold on a second. Hold the phone. Good start, isn't it? There we go. There's a leprechaun just up here. Alright, rake sound. Right. Let's rake this patch. Oh, those farming jobs. Look at that. 4 XP. Oh, go on then. Okay, plant Hespori. Sound. And you get 62 farming for planting. Let's inspect it as well. Oh, also on the game. Cool. Alright, and it takes 32 hours, or about that, for it to grow. So I'll be back in 32 hours to kill this mother. Okay, so we're clicking on Hespori and clicking Harvest. I'm going to put on my magic defense first and switch my range weapon, because we're going to be clicking on those seed pods straight away. So we see they open. We're using our quick range attack. I'm going to have a quick sip of my anti-poison in between the ticks just to clear the poison, and we've now got just under 6 minutes of resistance as well. Switch to our Abyssal Whip and start attacking Hespori. So you see those kicking those sort of green particles at you, and you can see also that big green drop thing that she does. That is a magic attack. There you go, you just see it there, and that's what we're praying against. The green flicky things are a range attack, as far as I'm aware, and they don't really do much damage, to be honest. So we're switching now. You can see our seed pods are opened up when she's got to about 50% health, and now we're just quickly flicking them dead, and we can go back to attacking Hespori. Okay, she's about half health now. There you can see that massive bind, so you want to be clicking away from that to avoid taking too much damage. And now our seed pods have opened up again when she's hit about 25% health. And then switch back to the whip and start attacking the Hespori again. So you do want to keep your hit points up just in case you do have low hit points, because that big 40 plus damage that she can do. See, look, there's a bind coming in. I don't click away, and she does that magic attack again. And there is a big 33 coming in there. That is a big fucking hit, boys. So you got to watch out for that. See, I wanted to purposely take like one of the big hits on her, just to show you what, you know, what can happen. And there we go. We're gonna have our last shark of the kill, and then finish it off. And there we go. There is Hespori dead. You click on her again, and you'll harvest her carcass. There you go. There's the big XP drop. And there's just an idea of some of the things you can get. Atlas Seed, or Atta Seed, and some Toe Flax. But yeah, that's the kill. Okay, so I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, hit that like button. If you are new around here, why not subscribe for more? Again, there's plenty more boss guides and skilling guides on the channel. So if you want to check that out, there will be a link in the description to the playlist for the full RuneScape for Dummies series. My main content is an Ironman progression series, so if that does tickle your fancy, subscribe, check it out on the channel. I'm going to be doing Leagues content as well when that drops in a few weeks. And also I have done some Ultimate Ironman content as well, if that is of interest. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, let you guys go. Stay safe, see you soon, and yeah, bye.